Good morning. I am Jason Ellis. This is Techville News. Today is Monday, April 19th. Has anyone else noticed how traffic is now back in LA? I hate it. I liked when it was pandemic level traffic because then we could just go anywhere we wanted. But anyways, here are your top headlines from over the weekend to know going into your workday today. Our first news story of the day is, in my opinion, fucking insane. It has been reported that Amazon has spent $465 million on season 1 of Lord of the Rings. This is on top of the already $250 million that they paid just to get to the rights of the book franchise. This is insane how much money. This is, I will say, great for New Zealand. This is also going to be built into their economy, so not bashing that. But this is the way you kind of could look at this. It is 5 times the cost of the final season of Game of Thrones. Lord of the Rings, the show, better be the greatest thing to grace mankind when it comes out. And on top of it, this is not The Hobbit. This is not the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This is actually taking place, thousands of years before those title characters. So it's creating not a new world, but a new fan base for people who are used to The Hobbit or used to the Elijah Woods characters, all that. So $465 million. Do you know how many projects you could make with that money instead of just one really big one? I know Amazon needs its hit series. It really has struggled. Mrs. Maisel is fantastic. Fleabag is fantastic, but it's truly not driving numbers. They did report the Prime subscribers have hit 200 million subscribers, but that's Prime. That is not specific to Amazon Studios Prime. That is just for Amazon in general. So you can't really use that as a mark of how many people are subscribing, but I find this number astronomical. This better be the best series I've ever seen, or else what the fuck are they spending this money on? With the Oscars happening this weekend, the award shows are starting to come to a close, but 2 did happen over the weekend that are notable. The first one, the Annie Awards for animation, happened, and Soul and Wolfwalkers have taken the top prizes. Soul took Best Feature, and Wolfwalkers took Best Indie Feature, but also Best Director for Tom Moore and Ross Stewart. If you haven't seen Wolfwalkers, it's fantastic. It's based on Irish folklore, which I love. So go check it out. And obviously Soul, I think, did very well. Obviously, it had its cultural hiccups, I would say, but both of them are very much deserving of these wins. The ACE Awards, which is the award show for editors, happen as well. And the project that took top honors is The Trial of Chicago 7 for Best Edited Feature Film in Drama, and Palm Springs for Best Edited Feature Film in Comedy. Supposedly, 22 of the 30 past drama winners at the ACE Awards have actually gone on to win Best Picture for the Oscars. So this may be a little prelude to maybe that Chicago 7 could win. It is still heavily favored for Nomadland to take top honors, but this may throw a potential wrench in the mix for that. I'm not going to get too much into it since it is an ongoing situation, but the pressure against Scott Rudin is just continuing to pile up against him. Time's Up has now weighed in along with Actors Equity Association, SAG-AFTRA, and American Federation of Musicians to essentially make Scott Rudin remove NDAs from former employees. Obviously, he is being accused for workplace abuse and many other things. Nothing sexual from what I'm hearing, but just a very unsafe work environment, which is a big problem. But it's fascinating. We've all known about this. Everyone's known that if you survive on Scott Rudin's desk, your next job is going to be a fantastic job. So it's just interesting that all of a sudden, it's 2021 in April, that all these people are starting to go, hey, Scott, what the fuck are you doing? And they should. I am not knocking that at all. But it's fascinating how these high-level producers kept on getting these passes for years and years and years. And I'm curious what was the final trigger to finally go, here's a deluge of problems. What the fuck? Let's stop working with him. And I don't know if people are going to stop working with him. So ongoing, let's keep a watch out, but timely and needed. In some development news, after the comedic success of Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar, Kristen Wiig and Mumolo are reuniting to create a live-action project based on Cinderella's evil stepsisters for Disney. Why the hell not? Obviously, Kristen Wiig and Andy worked before on Bridesmaid. They're a freaking funny comedic duo and obviously fantastic writers, and knowing how to make comedies that feel present but also maintain. I mean, think about how many times you watch Bridesmaid. It's freaking insane how timeless, I should say, their comedy is. So bringing that to the evil stepsisters will be freaking hilarious. They're not saying that they are going to be starring on it. It's just very early development on them writing this project. Gloria Sanchez Productions are producing this. This is obviously Will Ferrell's company, but I love this announcement. Great for Disney. Curious if they make it family friendly or bring a little of their SNL comedy wit to it, make it a little bit edgier. So we'll see when it comes out. All right, time for some attachment news. Our first story, Sabrina Carpenter and RJ Kryler have been brought on to be the leads in the comedy thriller Emergency. I love this because it's based on a 2018 Sundance short that was very well received. It is essentially about black college kids who have a dilemma of, do they call the police when they're faced with I would say in a very unusual situation. Check the short out. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's definitely a comedy thriller, but it's going to be very cultural sensitive. This is being written, or has been written, by Katie Davila, and Carrie Williams is directing. Amazon Studios is overseeing this project. But I love when you see really well received shorts get that feature adaptation done to them, because that's how we find great new filmmakers and great writers. So kudos to them. Great for Sabrina and RJ to come onto this project. Gabriel Luna has come on to the HBO upcoming series The Last of Us, based on the mega hit video game. He is going to be playing the role of Tommy, who is Pedro Pascal's character's younger brother. So they are two brothers who are surviving a quote-unquote zombie apocalypse and figuring out how to get this young girl across the nation. So we'll see how involved this character is, because in the video game he is definitely secondary, but does follow the journey. So interesting casting. I love Pedro Pascal. I love this video game, so I'm really hoping they just don't fuck up this story, because the game series is immaculate. So we'll see what happens, and good luck to Gabriel. Henry Lloyd Hughes and Teixeira have joined the cast of the AMC UK Alibi crime drama series Ragdoll. They are going to be joining Lucy Hale, who's already been brought on. This is a crime thriller drama series being adapted by Freddie Cyborn. It is about a ragdoll character who kills people, stitches them up, and makes them look like ragdolls. So it's obviously these three trying to discover who it is. I guess my biggest question is, why are you putting Lucy Hale into this project? These are coming from the producers who did Finding Eve, which is a fucking great show, and great actors. I think Lucy Hale is fine, but I don't see that level of ability to really encompass a proper crime drama. Just my opinion. We'll see it is, but kudos to Henry and Talisa for getting these roles. And some fun, unique news to finish off our news day. The Rocky Horror Picture Show has been now officially running for 43 years in the Clinton Street Theater in Portland, Oregon. They have decided to, all during the pandemic, run the movie for the past 54 weeks in the empty theater just to maintain this record. I fucking love it. If you've never gone to a Rocky Horror movie at midnight, it's a proper experience. It's just known. I mean, I know people today don't really get it, but when Rocky came out, it was just this cult classic, and something for the weirdos, the awkward people, and I'm not saying they're awkward and stuff, but especially for the LGBTQ community, a lot of people found themselves in this project. Obviously, it's streaming. Go watch it. But I just love that this theater, for 54 weeks during the entire pandemic, kept it going. So freaking hilarious and very funny. And I love this news. All right, it's Monday. Get out of here. Have a great day. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. So keep at it. And I'll see you then.